Okay, 9.6 surface area and volume of spheres. Our objective today is to find the surface area and volume of spheres. Oh, I know, you're super excited. Try to hide it. Okay, so let's keep going. To begin, we have our definitions. So a sphere is a set of all points in space that are the same distance from a point, the center of the sphere. Half of a sphere is called the hemisphere. So you hear our globe, where we live on Earth. You hear about the northern hemisphere, which is where we live, and then the southern hemisphere, that's where like Australia is. So we have our formula here, which is going to be 4 times pi r squared. Okay, so find the surface area of a sphere with a radius of 8 inches. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. So surface area equals 4 pi. My radius is 8 inches squared. 8 inches squared is 64 inches squared. So I'm going to put that all into my calculator. So I end up with 4 times 64 times 3.14, which gives me, and it says round to the nearest whole number. Well, I ended up with 803.84. So to round to the nearest whole number, that's 804 inches squared for my surface area. Okay, example number 2. Find the surface area of a sphere with a diameter of 10 centimeters. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. Remember, we don't need diameter, we need the radius. So radius equals diameter divided by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5 centimeters. So our surface area, which is the formula 4 pi r squared, it's going to be 4 pi 5 centimeters squared, which is 25 centimeters squared. 25 times 4 is 100 pi centimeters squared. Pi is 3.14 times 100. That gives me 314 centimeters squared for my surface area. Okay, example number 5. Find the surface area of a sphere with a radius of 2.25. Round to your nearest whole number. So surface area still is that formula, 4 pi r squared. 4 pi 2.25 squared. I'm not going to pretend to know 2.25 off the top of my head. 2.25 times 2.25. That gives me 4 pi times 5.0625. Put this all on my calculator at the same time. It's 4 times pi. Okay, and I end up with, it says round to the nearest whole number, so I get 63.58, which is approximately 64 units squared. Okay, find the volume of a surface area of a sphere. Nope, it's read volume, but find the surface area of a sphere with the diameter of 16 meters. Round your answer to the nearest. So if the diameter is 16, remember we divide it by 2 to find our radius. Our radius is 4 meters. So surface area is still 4 pi r squared, which gives me 4 pi 4 meters squared. Oh, I can't do math today, can I? My diameter is 16, which means my radius is 8. Whew, that was a close one. So let's go back down here. 8 meters squared. It's a good thing we're kind of coming to an end, isn't it? 64 meters squared. So I end up with 4 times 64 times pi. If I put them all in my calculator, I end up with 804.247, which is approximately 804 meters squared. Okay, so this is it for today. We're practicing surface area with the first half of this.